It is almost time for one of my favorite celebrations of the year, the Day of the Dead. These festivities unfold over the first days of November in an explosion of color and life-affirming joy. Planning your next trip to Puerto Vallarta, Mexico during the Day of the Dead will definitely give you a good sense of the Mexican people and their view of life. This holiday is a great way to remember our loved ones who have passed, a way of celebrating life in a family bonding experience, and for this you can stay at Casa Sunset to really experience this amazing celebration. And here we are going to tell you about 5 important things you need to know about the Day of the Dead. 1. Recognition by UNESCO. In 2008, the UNESCO recognized the importance of the Day of the Dead by adding the holiday to its list of intangible cultural heritage of humanity. Today, Mexicans from all religions celebrate this day that commemorates the transitory return to Earth of deceased relatives and loved ones' souls to be with their family and friends that have not forgotten them. 2. Altars. The centerpiece of the celebration are the altars, or ofrendas, built in private homes and cemeteries, are meant to welcome spirits back to the world of the living, such as they are loaded with offerings, water, food, flowers, and candles. Cempasúchil is the main flower, used to decorate the altars, as it thought that the petals guide the souls from the underworld to visit us for the night. 3. Pan de Muerto. Starting in the middle of October, bakeries start to make a very special pastry just for this celebration, the Pan de Muerto. Its presentation varies a lot, but in most parts of Mexico, it's a round bun symbolizing the circle of life, made with orange blossom perfume dog and topped with a crust made with stripes of dog and dog balls that represent a skull and limbs. The bun is dusted with white sugar and most recently is filled with cream, chocolate or cajeta. Definitely my favorite element in the altar. I really wait all year round just to get a hold of the delicious pastry. 4. Visiting the cemetery. During the Day of the Dead, it's a tradition to visit the cemetery. Family members clean up the graves of their loved ones, adding flowers and offerings. In some parts of Mexico, it is customary to spend the whole night in the cemetery, to spend a moment with the spirit of the missing loved one. Others make a picnic, play music, and make a day out of it. It's as the deceased person is sharing the moment with them. 5. Catrinas. One of the most recognizable symbols of the Day of the Dead celebration is the tall female skeleton wearing a fancy hat with feathers and flowers. You have surely seen her in various contexts. Her name is La Catrina, and the essence of her story goes deep into Mexican traditions and roots. La Catrina came to life in the early 90s by the artist José Guadalupe Posada, a controversial and political cartoonist who drew skeletons in a satirical way, with a fancy feather hat because some Mexicans had aspirations to look wealthy and aristocratic like the Europeans at the time. So the satirical drawing was to remind people to be themselves, since no matter how rich or poor you were, you will end up scalped. Once a year, we can eat and drink with the ones that are no longer with us. It's a great way to commemorate the people we love and miss, since the dead are not really dead to us until we have forgotten them.